everybody, and welcome back to Crypto Simplified. This is the market update for the 3rd of April 2018, and for the first time in ages, I can actually tell you with confidence that we have some good news. We have a lot of great price action and a lot of positive signs of development in the community. So I'm glad to be reporting this news to you folks. However, before I get into that, thank you all so much for the likes and the shares, and welcome to all the new subscribers. If you're new over here, please don't hesitate to send any questions this way. If I can answer them, fantastic. If I can't answer them, I'll ask some folks who can. So, without any further ado, let's get into this market update. And we are charging towards that 300 billion USD combined market cap. Yes, we still have a long way to go before we can even call it a recovery, because we were at 800 billion US dollars before this huge pullback that we're currently in right now. But we do have double-digit growth in a lot of assets, and they're not really pump and dump assets. These are assets that people really like. You got Steam, Storage, Verge, Power Ledger, Binance Coin, Status. These are assets that people are very optimistic about in the long term. So seeing some positive price action here is really great. And in terms of adoption, this stuff is really going down well in Japan and South Korea. You got a massive retailer called Big Camera finally accepting Bitcoin. You have the largest budget hotel as well as the largest budget airlines in Japan all accepting Bitcoin. You have the 3rd largest e-commerce platform in South Korea accepting 12 different types of cryptocurrency, and you have the 2nd largest exchange in South Korea installing kiosks in restaurants and cafes. People, if you wanted consumer-centric, consumer-facing cryptocurrency development, this is exactly it. There is so much reason to be optimistic, and I do hope that this reflects in the cryptocurrency market cap, because we need some positive price action. I know a lot of you guys out there are getting really bored, to add to being a little flustered about losing a lot of your money. Do not worry. Hang in there. Hang in there. I'm not a financial advisor, but I feel really good about these news releases as well as the market activity right now. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that there could be a bull run coming in very soon. But in case this bull run doesn't happen, here's some entertainment to help while away the time. Buy the Dip teaser trailer. It's a satirical piece, so please, this is not financial advice on this channel, nor is this video am I suggesting you financial advice either. Do check this out. This is absolutely fantastic. Link in the description, the same as for all my references, so do check it out if you have the time. And next up, we have some pretty crazy news coming out from the Floyd Mayweather camp. Do you guys remember this tweet? Centra's ICO starts in a few hours. Get yours out before they sell out. I got mine. Floyd Mayweather endorsed Centra and their ICO. Well, looks like that might not have been the best business move that he made, because the coin promoters have now been hit with criminal charges by the SEC for selling illegal securities in the United States of America. Insert joke here about Mayweather not reading. Okay, next news we have swaps between NEP5 tokens. What is an NEP5 token, you might ask? If you've seen my other videos, I've explained that it is any token on the NEO blockchain. The service is called SwitchEO, and it enables you to easily transact between NEO Gas, SwitchEO, Red Pulse, The Key, Bridge Protocol, Trinity, and Deep Brain Chain. So these are the projects that are currently on the NEO platform. I'm certain as there are more ICOs and token sales on the NEO platform, people will be able to swap those tokens as well. The goal of SwitchEO is to have a decentralized exchange. You know what I feel about those. I believe currently that the centralized exchanges that we have are a very major point of failure. They are fairly unsafe because your funds are not with you unless you withdraw into your own personal wallet. So decentralized exchanges, in my opinion, are the future. We just need to sort out the user interfaces of these things, because it's not very cheap to have a decentralized exchange. You also need to sort out the profit margins and the earning module of a decentralized exchange, and that's what makes it difficult for people to do it, because if done correctly, it's a completely public service without any waste in the system other than the gas fees for executing the smart contracts in order to make the exchange. So there's a lot of room for development over here, and I'd really like to see how SwitchEO does this. Of course, NEO has a lot of backing from a very very well-off community, as well as a lot of government approval going on in China. So these guys will be aiming to meet all the specifications set by the Chinese government. So let's just see how this develops. It could be very, very interesting. Then next up, I have warned you guys so much about John McAfee. I don't trust that guy as far as I can throw him, and boom, there we go. He is tweeting his promotional stuff for profit, $105,000 per promotional crypto tweet. And this isn't some conspiracy I'm sharing with you folks. This stuff is all detailed on his McAfeeCryptoTeam.com website. He's detailing his pricing, and I told you, I did warn you about the McAfee pumps. These things do not seem safe, because choosing a coin of the day just to systematically pump is just not good business. There must be some fraud rules being broken over here, because this must count as insider trading. But we don't have any regulations in the crypto space just yet, and McAfee is an astute businessman, so you cannot blame him for exploiting this loophole. All I can tell you is be careful. If McAfee is tweeting about this stuff and the prices are going up, take your profits and run. Because you don't know how this is going to happen, because with more eyes on a project, the volatility will increase. So be careful, folks. Be careful. Please avoid John McAfee and his tweets as much as possible, because this doesn't really seem kosher in any way. So just please be careful. And next up, another sort of vulnerability in the space is ASIC resistance. So this is not a very long explainer, but it does have some good key points all about why people are sort of against ASIC boost and are all in favor of ASIC resistance. You got lots of projects that advertise that they are ASIC resistance, natively ASIC resistant, and that is to prevent centralization of the token mining. But this is a very nuanced problem, so I would suggest you read this article just to get a lot more information about what this is all about. I can't recommend this enough. And then finally, to finish off, I have found myself an alternative to CoinMarketCap. I'm not going to stop using CoinMarketCap completely, but what I am going to do is use a variety of sites to get different sort of information on similar projects. For example, this site is called CoinGecko, and you do have your standard metrics to measure out the performance of a coin. However, what I'm looking at are these tabs. You got a developer tab, a community tab, a public interest tab, and a liquidity tab. So these are, liquidity is sort of like your trading volume, but the developer, community, public interest, those three tabs are, I find them quite interesting. So you're probably wondering what this is all about. So let's go over here to the methodology side of how they actually get these things. So the developer tab is all about activity on GitHub and Bitbucket. So what the site does is that it combs this information to see how many commits are going onto this platform. The community aspect just talks about Reddit, Twitter, and Facebook, as well as forum content. The liquidity is, like I said, the trading volume. And lastly, the public interest tab. I find this both the most interesting as well as the biggest missed opportunity, because they use Bing and Alexa search results, but they have not included Google, which is by far the largest search engine in the world. Of course, there must be a technical issue with this, because no company would willingly exclude Google from a metric like this. But I think this site is giving us a bunch of different tools to use to find different things. So I'm just having a look currently at the public interest, so seeing which projects are being searched most. And Binance Coin is way ahead over here. So by looking at the interest on this coin right now, you can see that potentially the price can go even further up. But of course, there are no guarantees in this market. All this is another tool to help you make decisions. Of course, people can argue that with more tools comes more confusion, and of course that could be the case. You just need to find out what works for you. Make models, hypothesize movements of assets, and just keep tweaking them. See how your plan in your head fits in with the short-term, mid-term, and long-term of the asset performance. Because that's all you can do. No one really knows this market right now. All you can do is plan and then keep steering your course in order to make sure that you are trying to get those gains. Because at the end of the day, you just want more gains. Do you want more fiat? Do you want more crypto? These are decisions for you to make. So be open to changing your plans, but also be open to new sources of information, because we have all the means available to us. We just need to be able to use these means to our advantage. So on that note, that's everything from me. This is Marv from Crypto Simplified, signing off. You folks, take care. I'll catch up with you very, very soon. Do leave a like, and if you're new here, do subscribe. I'd love to have you on the channel. So let's catch up very, very soon. You folks take care. Have an awesome rest of the day. Ladies.